this week, today, no escape. Siren, will you mind turn on your camera, please? Thank you so much. It's a must to turn on your camera. Thank you so much. We will continue, but not waiting. Hi, Siren. Welcome to this crazy class here. As you can see, before we start lessons.
Crazy class, let's go.
Okay, thank you. All right, so Yishu will be coming in later, hope so. So, Yifan, can you turn on your camera? Oh, sorry, you're in, sorry. Yifan, so I was right. Sorry, 1 hour ago, if you are eating something, I'm so sorry. 1 hour ago, I just puked, I just vomited because of my too much phlegm. After my COVID was on 25th of January, so no doubt I'm recovered, but still, as a teacher, you talk a lot, so you'll cough and things like that. So Yifan, I see I send you the message, right? Russia is rightfully to attack Ukraine, right? And you know why, right? It's a wake-up call. So I was right before they start to say all these things. So, history sometimes play a very important part. So, Siren, this month we are actually talking about, every month we have different topic, okay, Siren? This month we are talking about war, society, and security. Don't worry, this is the first lesson. Just sit back and relax. So when I call your name, if you can, just participate, okay? Right. Don't take it so stressed. All right, so let's go to the lesson proper now. Sorry. Okay, Tianyu, are you back already?
Yeah, come here.
Later, I want you to write down, take a piece of paper and 我们的书生进来了。Siren, you're from Raffles, right?
Yeah.
IP student, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Raffles got no express. Okay. Okay, let's go through this. Siren, hello. Yeah, this is one of the thing called FISPOC, which I think most of the students. Hi, Yishu. I think most of the students here know what it means here. Usually we use it in our essay comprehension, whatever it is. All right. By now, some of the idioms, similes, and problems the occupation places. Next month, I will be testing you a lot of idioms, children. Okay. You have most of the idioms and proverbs by now. You should be at your fingertips. 熟能生巧 ，OK， 滚瓜烂熟，对吗？意思滚瓜滚啊，滚瓜烂熟。OK， so we're gonna use SMART. What does it stand for? Setting, main characters, atmosphere, rhythm, and the title. Same thing whether you're Express, IP, or NA or IP. The same concepts apply. So later we are supposed to go through this one, the sustainability. Have you all done already so far? Esther, Edwards, Yufan, Yipo, have you done already? Okay. So what does war means? War means they state my explanations, my abbreviation is called wasting all resources. So have you done these 3 questions already? Some of my set 1, set 2 done already. Esther 偷笑了. Oh my God. Okay, seriously, no matter what, you still have to do this one. Now, why? Now, just to prove to you,
No,
I know the song is stupid. I know the song is stupid, okay? I already played the song already, but not playing. Okay, guys, look here. Look. This is a war poem written by my younger son and the other partner, so they go by buddy. So if the P4 within 10 minutes can come out a poem like this, okay, guys, Xingren and all of you, the tuition here is a bit different, and you guys will have a chance to vote. Okay, which one is the best? Okay, this is one of them. They have not finished yet. Within 10 minutes, they can come out like that, not bad. So this is Valerie and Lucas. Okay. Okay, for P4 students, the first time writing this kind of poem, I would consider not bad.
Sure, they just took yours.
Oh yeah, a bit yeah, they're using the back and set, right? Okay. Fine. Let me go back to the lesson again. Esther and Edward, do you watch the video last week about my poem? Do you watch that?
it's always okay if you want to read it again.
Okay. I'm so proud of my poem. Stop it, guys. You're very bad. Give people a chance, okay? I'm so proud of my poem, seriously. Okay. Okay, Esther, can you read in Chinese, right? Can, right? Let's go. 哎，你不要笑笑这么甜蜜的笑哈，就不用读了哈。You still have to read, huh? Thank you. You don't want to read these two words? Seriously?
Do I seriously have to read?
Yeah, you can rap it. You can rap. Okay, you can rap if you want to. You know what's rap, right? Yo, watch it up. You can rap. Come on, you can do it. You want the background music? Okay, no. Okay, then read. Sorry, Siren. I know in school it's so stressed out. When you come here, we all must have think like an F. No vulgarity, Siren. Don't pretend you think, oh, F. Not the F word, it's the F words, but the F must be fun, fantastic, fabulous, and you must feel here. Agree? I got another class, Han Ling will know, right? Kai Wen is also from RI. You know him? You know him? You know Kai Wen?
Yo.
Okay, which color is it? Like,
It's a set 2 boy playing rugby.
oh, that I don't know.
I think Kai Wen, all good names, so many. Okay, come, Esther.
战争是悲哀，战争没有爱，战争没有情，战争没亲情，战争害死人，战争不可忍，战争破坏家，战争没国家，战争变敌人，战争变仇人。
That's why 于是last week say 这个是什么意思啊？是一样的意思吧 ？Okay, this is my Chinese and 我的笔名叫做宋哲斌啊。Okay, Siren, do you know this Bing? This pronounced as Bing? Do you know Siren? Have you seen this word before? Have you seen this Chinese character before? 有看过吗
No.
No, Esther 有看过吗 ？Edward 有没有看过 Edward？ 这个字有没有看过 ？Edward 有吗 ？Have you seen this before？ 文武双全呢 ？You see, Uncle Raymond so smart 啊。哲就是哲学 like philosophy, right? So Uncle Raymond is a great philosopher, yeah, and also in good knowledge and also good in martial art. By the way, Siren, I'm also a volunteer police. Last Saturday, I do handcraft until my whole hand. Oh, I tell you, Han, my officer had to ask me to punch my subject, and which is my buddy. How can I punch my buddy? Then you know what my officer says, Siren?
朋友是拿来坑的，没有坑就没有好朋友。
Shut up, like you stop
Like
it.
civic studies have showed that friends, if you 坑他们
No.
the friendship will last longer.
No. Because I told my officer, I say, sir, he's my buddy. Then he said, you treat your buddy like a subject, like a criminal. Then you know what I tell him, honey? You bring the molester now in front of me, I will sure whack him upside down. You bring the real molester right in front of me, I will sure whack him and handcuff him. So, but one thing, as what the officer said, if now in the practice, you don't feel to do the right way or do the correct way, okay, in the real life, when what happened if the subject got a knife, got a gun, you cannot take him down and handcuff him. So which is true. And what he said, you bleed now, just you bleed now in the training, then really die in a real situation. Agree, Esther? So no choice. I feel once just because I did not punch my subject. So I have to punch him. Literally, I have to punch him, but because we wear the guard, we got wear guard. Of course, not really punch him. We wear the guard and I handcuff him down. And you know, this is how what I want to share is that training is it's not practice make perfect, Singren. I never believe in practice make perfect. You can practice. What is a CCA, Singren?
Band.
Band, right? Oh, which instrument you play?
Saxophone.
Oh, my favorite, man. So you should know Kenny G, right?
What?
You know who is Kenny G?
No.
You type the word Kenny as in Kenny. Please, if you play saxophone and don't know who is Kenny G, I tell you, oh my goodness. Kenny G is actually my cousin in US.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
pretty
see,
sure he has
Stand
hair.
family, bro.
Kiran, you don't
Sure.
believe, you Google now and type Kenny G.
So I'm pretty sure he has hair.
You type now, Kenny G, Going Home. One of the best saxophone. Agree. My cousin in US. The only thing is why I'm Chinese.
Sure, but how come all your cousins have hair, you also don't have?
You stop it. Very insulting. I got hair, okay, but lesser. Okay, Singren, you saw right? Kenny G? Okay, what happened is that when I was young, around your age, I always listened to Kenny G songs. It really mesmerized me and really calmed me down when I study for my exam. Anyway, in the band, I play trombone. So you see, it's not every time you practice your saxophone, right? You should be perfect practice to make the tune fine, right? The G sharp major, the F major, the E major, whatever. Correct enough, sing right. We are talking about SYF. It's not practice 100 times to hit the bullseyes. You can practice 100 times, but you never hit the bullseye. So I tell my officer at the end of the whole training on Saturday, the test, so he go around and ask everyone, so Raymond, what have you learned today? I say, sir, it's not about practice make perfect. You taught us to be perfect, practice make perfect, and give 101 to this training. Agree, children? Yeah, this is true. It's no point you come back, like my godson, repeat 1 year and then now finally go IT, then he wake up, Uncle Raymond, I realized that study is very important. Now, Edward, maybe Siren, can you read the English the English version, please?
War is always sad. War will make love bad. War has no relationship. War will destroy friendship. War will kill many innocent lives. War will not be endured for the rest of our lives. War will definitely destroy our family love and unity. Unity. War will definitely eliminate the country peace and prosperity. War will eventually create a lot of enemies in this world for sure. War indeed will develop more and more hatred, and there is no closure.
You realize that, Siren, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There in 2, 4, 5, then 2, 4. You say I increase the words, and it looks like a pyramid, right? So later, when you go back to the group there, okay, says there will be 8%, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 2 group. You have to come up the war as per the poem like this, okay? Now, if my P4 can do that, I think you guys are much better than them. So I'm going to tell you about this new formula, okay? Siren, whether you want to continue or not, honestly, Siren, to all of you, I don't give a damn. But I want to make sure that one thing that you learn from even as one lesson or many lessons, you must take things very seriously. That's very important. That's how I always tell my football as a coach for football and track and field. Okay, even when I do my martial art training, I give my 101%. So joke is joke, but when it comes to this serious, okay, this defined later, I'm going to explain to you. Please pay attention, okay? And please, Siren, do not, I repeat, do not share with your friend. I'm so sorry, Siren. Learn to be selfish. Okay, because I want my student to get top in the class, top in the school. And when you are successful already, then you share the formula to others. That's my aim. Now let's go back to the next one here that we talk about this Wilfred Owens, one of my favorite poems. Now I want you to read this seriously. Okay, some of you have print out, well done, but it's considered a cheat code already. Now, when I was doing my this A-level with Wilfred Owens, it really is, can I use the AIM? It aspire me, inspire, and motivate me, aim. So let's read. Edward, are you ready? Edward, can you read to the class, please? I can't hear you, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Edward.
Gently each spoke him once at home, whispering
Wait, stop.
of you.
Sorry. Guys, when I listen to Edward, it's lagging. Do you all have lagging? You lag or not?
Yes, I am. I actually hear him lagging.
Lagging, so sorry. So not me, Edward. So can you do it again?
Clear the line.
Into the sun. Gently its touch awoke him once at home, whispering of guilt, half sworn. Always it woke him even in France. Until this morning and this no, if anything might rouse him now, the kind old sun will know. Think how it wakes the seeds. Work once the clays of a cold star are limbs. So dear achieve our sights. Full nerved, still warm, too hard to stir. Was it for this the clay grew tall? Oh,
So what?
what made fatuous sunbeams toy? To break Earth's sleep at all?
Okay. First of all, I like to commend Esther just now when you read my Chinese poem. Wow, 真的是洗耳动听啊 ，very nice and smooth。我现在听到一个古典美人在讲诗 ，well done。No 啊 ，OK， 丑八怪的女人在讲诗 ，OK， 讲你美就不要，讲你丑你这么高兴，真是的，神经病啊，于凡 ，you see your friend very funny 啊，哎呦，讲她漂亮 ，no， 不要吃。Okay, Siren, your pronunciation of reading is good, but you need the tonality. All right, Evan, you're reading a poem, you're not reading a storybook. Move him into the sun, gently touch awoke him once. At home, whispering of fears half shown. Always it woke him, even in France. Until this morning and this snow, if anything might roast him, no, the kind of old sun will know. Think how he wakes the seeds, work once the grace of a cold star, our limbs so dear achieve our sights. Full nerve, still warm, too hard to stir? Was it for this the clay grew tall? Or what makes the fractious sunbeams toy to break earth sleep at all? 你没有看到以前古代的人 Esther 他们读书是这样，床前明月光，对不对？有灯两 hits. So you need to recite the poem like you are full of passions, please. Okay, especially Xingren and all of you at set 1, set 2, you need to write poems and you need to learn poems. I'm telling you, surprisingly, today is Thursday. Tuesday, I went to a face-to-face in a classroom. I asked my set 3 and set 4 to write this poem, war poem. I was so amazed by this Indian boy. No racist, okay. Sorry, my dog is barking. So no racist, okay. This Indian boy is all the way from India and came to Singapore. Set 1, set 2, his English was not very good. In fact, set 1, he was so traumatized by the teacher saying, Kenneth, thank you and have a nice day. God bless you. And the teacher marked him wrong for the situation writing. But now he's different. So when he was writing this poem, I asked, wow, not bad, Hatim, you write very fast. You know, he turned out and look at me and say, Uncle Raymond, thanks to my English teacher and you who forced me, he used the word who forced me to write poems. 你听过那个什么煮豆燃豆诗吗？听过这个吗？既然同事跟本身有没有？那个曹丕，我每次 confuse 曹丕还是曹仁啊 ，right？ Because 他的哥哥还是他弟弟，要说 if you within 7 steps, you must come out of something to say, right? So you see, within 7 steps, it came out this, and forever, for many generations, we use that. You realize, see, when I'm teaching, I always like to use real things, apply in real world. Okay? I don't care, sorry, no hard feeling. I don't care if you are from Hwa Chong, you Catholic High, you RV, or you Saint or you Nora, or RI, or RGS, or any school. The most important thing is that whatever you learn from academic is 1%, but how are you going to apply, supply, reply, and imply in the real world? So this poem, you tell me for what, Siren? Okay lah, war law, this guy very bad law, die law, see blood. Hey, hello. How can this poem help me in my real life? Ladies and gentlemen, a poems not only reflect, okay, remember, my emotion, my spiritual, and also my feelings towards others. In terms of what? If you're a lawyer, you're using the words, choice of words to persuade the judge to make sure your client is guilty or not guilty. In the doctors, you're looking at the patient's immediate family to tell them what is the percentage to save the loved one. In the police case, you also have to catch the subject or whatever it is. Not all the subject are agreed on. I will never forget the 成龙那个新警察故事啊。 The last part is that the father asked the son to wait at the bus stop and went to 7-Eleven to steal bread, a loaf of bread. And when he came out, he was knocked down by a car, and the policeman catch him. And then he still kicked the poor father. And know what Chen Long say to the 警察 no? When the 警察 realized Chen Long, 长官你好，他说做贼也有尊严的。这句话讲得很有道理。OK， 是真的。So it's no point you got A1 in your maths, A1 in your science, but you do not have the kind of humanities feelings. Then sorry, Steve Jobs designed the best iPhone. But when he designed, I believe you go and read his book, please. Okay, if you want to be famous, you want to be good now. It's not about playing your computer game. Siren, I believe you play games, right? If you don't play games, you are alien. You come from Mercury or Jupiter. You're not a Singaporean kid. If you don't play games, sorry. During my study or my master degree time, playing games is one of a good way to train your brain, but not over. Addicted, that's good luck. So you see, like when Steve Jobs designed this iPhone with camera, with all this, he knows that he's going to kill a lot of occupations. But at the same time, he create a lot of opportunities. When Jack Ma started to Alibaba, he knows that he's going to kill a lot of those traditional way of businessmen. But nevertheless, ready? We are talking about paradigm shift. Right now, this word, paradigm shift. If you don't shift, you're always at the same place. Let no stone turn around. Let no stone to turn around means it's still the same. You have the moss growing there. So you need to be the effort. You need to be flexible. You need to be fabulous in your ideas. So Wilfred Owen is a true hero during World War I, and somebody talking about trenches fighting right just now, and he was one of them. Can you imagine, Siren? I'm fighting in the battle zone. I'm still writing a poem and creating that kind of atmosphere to create the feelings. So when people, after the War I and II, when people start reading the poem, you feel them very nostalgic, the wonderful feelings about why people should hate war. And hate stands for have all thoughts of evil. And you must love peace. And love stands for live on virtue everlasting. Because you must have faith. Faith stands for Father always instill true holiness. Because you need hope. Because heaven often pray for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, write that down, write that down, write that down.
And then joy stands for Jesus. Oh yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, why I want to continuous talking is is used to AIM, to aspire you to not just write a good poem. Can you imagine, Xingren, you graduate from RI, then you go to, if you can, Xingren, and all of you, no hard feeling. I'm not saying that because of the minister say recently the degree not valid for 5 years. That guy is, whoever say that is a clown, to be honest. Okay, after 5 years, you must, your degree not valid. It's damn stupid to say that. Xingren, if you can, and all of you are Tianyu and Yufan or anyone issue, if you can, please go overseas and study. If financial is not an issue, trust me. If you can go to Harvard, Oxford, and Cambridge or MIT, okay, and one of my students now, a China student, my ex-student in my school, now is studying in Japan. Okay, in the university, when he asked me to write a testimonial and get him, he 3 times 真的是3请诸葛亮你是真的是3请诸葛亮，他真的自己
First from China come Singapore, then from Singapore go Japan.
对，我就是要跟你讲，他 A level 自修的嘞 ，self-directed learning no. Then I test him no, you really 他叫国什么死了，糟糕，我忘记他名字，国 something。说你真的会讲日本日语？You sure you can speak Japanese？ 我跟你ですか？何ですか？何名ですか？ And you really can answer me and even can write the Japanese.
Joe flexing right now, Joe flexing right now.
No, he really can write the Japanese character better than me, no. And still message me during the Chinese New Year, how are you, Uncle Raymond? He called me Uncle Raymond. Last time in school, he called me Mr. Shong. So you see, the beauty of this kind of, I want to aspire you to write something that when you have this kind of humanities background, you are able to do everything well. 一帆风顺. Okay, now look at this now, because of this, look at this one. Pay attention. Okay, I give you one more glance. Look at the way he write. And you have to understand, Siren and Esther and all of you listening. Yifan, I can't see your head. You have to understand when Wilfred Owen wrote this poem, it's in the 1900s. 1910 or 1911, that World War I period. Okay? It's not like those are English that we're using now. Okay, not FML, GG, WTF, WTH, that kind of language. Okay? The point is about an injured, probably dead soldier. Why I know? Look here, snow. France and once, snow. Melrose and kind of this here. And then you see this part here. Our limbs so dear achieve a sight, our sights. Why sight? What do you mean by this sight? So you have to understand, children, you will receive this kind of poem that is the 11th century, 12th century, or 13th century's English, especially you're talking about Shakespeare's. Their English is different. Thou shalt not kill. In sooth, I not know why I'm so sad. You weary me, says you weary you. Do thee, I'm not good there. Huh? What the hell is talking about, man? Do thee, do there, do thou. This is an ancient English that you need to know. All right, to emphasize that this is the 13th, 14th century. Just the same if you are doing Chinese literature. No, my favorite is the Romance of Three Kingdoms. Okay, 我要你现在去砍曹操，是，他没有讲是，他讲诺。So I was thinking 诺 ，What the hell is 诺？诺就是是，对吗？古代的说法跟是更杂，你懂杂吗？你听过杂吗？就是秦朝的时候，对吗 ？OK 现在我要奉命你去打人。去杀人，扎就是是，对吗 ？That's why Japanese hide. So same thing. The France during the First World War is it. So you see, now you understand you have to read widely, highly, deeply, and further. So it's a 4 directions reading. It's not just to read widely. No point. You need to read deeply because you're going to be a leader. 新人, you don't come here to study set 1. All these, your friends in this Zoom are all my leaders. I'm serving leader. You don't call me teacher. Okay? 我不配做你的 teacher. 因为 one day, 你是 leader 嘞. My job is to serve leaders, not serve students. That's a difference of me to other teachers. Don't call me teachers. In fact, I'm so proud that some of my students now are professional people, lawyers, doctors. Of course, there are some become gangster. I'm serious. Really gangster. A whole body tattoo. Okay? I'm serious. But that doesn't mean they are bad guys. True not, Singlet. Right? As long as you don't kill people, it's not bad guy. I have friends who are gangster now, but they turn over a new leaf. Nobody wants to bad life, but why circumstances choose no choice? Singlet, just to share with you, in my teaching line, I lost 3 students. 3 students really died. One of them really gunshot, play Russian roulette. Bum. You see this crazy guy, Ibo, is laughing.
5 out of 6 agree that Russian ruler is fun.
No, because he was an NS boy, he's an Indian boy, so he got a BGR issue. So very sad. He's one of my favorite students. Okay, so was fought on the most of the continents of Europe between Germany and Allies. Now, if you do not know what is Allies, then you say, oh my goodness, is it got to do with USSR, USA, or UK? No. World War I is different. You should know. Who is doing history here? Yishu is doing history now. No. Yishu, are you doing history? Yishu. Yipo, you're doing geography, right? Yishu, you're not doing.
No, I'm doing elective.
Geography also. Geography and pure lit.
Pure lit, well done, man.
Wow, nice.
Nice,
I do elect history.
我全部的那个《水浒传》、《三国演义》还有《西游记》，我最喜欢。我最讨厌就是《红楼梦》。无聊的那个，真的很无聊。看《红楼梦》在里面这么多女孩子，
他无聊只能说针对的那个观众人群不一样。
No, you
它
know
也
what
是一
my
篇很好的那个文学那个。
不是，你懂，我知道你的意思。You know, Esther is laughing at me. My student was saying that, Uncle Raymond, 你吃不到葡萄说葡萄酸了，因为你 admire 那个林黛玉有这么多女孩子 surround him， 你没有，因为你没有头发。唉。讲了这么多就讲我的头发。Okay, so the point question, what the point is of life being created if it can be easily destroyed so easily? Where can you tell which part can destroy easily? Which one do you think? Quick one, You say that it can break, okay? Create life easily, okay? Wait, I just go through again. The terms and the title of the point is fertility shows how the pointless and worthless war is. Fertility is that one belief is worthlessness of both God and war. Where can you tell? There? Is it here? Here, or where? Okay, now let's go move quickly. The whole title is called fertility. Now what is, okay, so this is the guys, okay? Actually, I think he was killed in the war, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. Okay, the war ended in 1990, so I think should be right. That's around here. Okay, no, his war point written while he served in the trenches in World War I. He died, yeah, correct. He died in the battle only 1 week before the end of war. Damn unlucky, man. Damn unlucky. Very unlucky. It reminds me of Lim Bo Seng, Lim Bo Seng, my war hero for Singapore.
My history project was literally about him. We had to make a
I
5
told you,
minute.
right? Every time I bring my student to the Clarke Quay, near the place there where the Limosons memorials hall, the place where he put his thing, I always go there and salute him. And when I was in the army, he got a big portrait in the military officer mess. I always see him, I would definitely salute him. He's a man of well done.
If I'm not wrong, he got tortured for like 3-4
Yeah, that was,
months,
I think 1 week or 2 weeks or a month before Japan's surrender.
Yeah.
But God was very fair to him. Do you know when the Japanese went to St. John Islands, there was the news that he wanted to kill the whole entire family of Lim Bo Seng. The Japanese bayonet was hitting or was poking through the bushes. One of the baby got cut, but you, of course, baby cut, of course, cry, right? But somehow the Lim Bo Seng's wife managed to hold him, keep him quiet, and the whole family was spared by the massacre of the Japanese soldiers. And when he ended the war that time, she was being interviewed. You know what I say? I think God protect me. Because Lim Bo Seng's family was a Christian. Wait. Sorry, Xingren, I'm not here to promote Christianity here. I'm a Catholic, but I don't promote Christianity. What I mean is sometimes in life, Xingren, we have to believe in miracle. 真的. Because 2 years ago, I nearly killed in a car accident when I was spinning my car in the expressway. I thought I was in F1. That's only a spin. No, my car skidded.
Was this initial D?
No, it's really spin, but thank God my car nothing wrong. I was fine. The oncoming cars brake on time. If not, I would just boom, bye-bye. So sometimes we have to believe in miracles. Okay, Wilfred Owens, along with his friends and mentors, these guys, Sessions, is now thought of as a point who explores the brutalities of trench warfare. And see, because of his point here, people start saying, if you like history and war, people start to modify, to change the idea of warfare. You see, the power of writing. That's why they always say, is pen mightier than the sword? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you now, the pen is definitely mightier than sword. Definitely. Okay, so Owens spent only 4 months fighting and only 5 weeks in the front line. Well, damn unlucky, yeah. But the show of the horrors of war was so great that he decided it was his task to expose the pity of war, to represent the poetry and the experience of the man in scared. I remember, children, I remember one of my students asked me many years ago when I showed this, something like this one. Uncle Raymond, how come he don't want to take pictures of the war? Excuse me, when you take picture, look here. Oh, so sorry, Chio. Okay, I hit my dog. You see, take pictures, it's not like that. You think like that, take the camera like that. Take the camera like that. You know, last time the camera is one bloody big box, right? And then stand there, then got the powder. You mean you tell the enemy, don't shoot, stand by, I take picture, okay? You show your position charge, okay? Then we show picture, 1, 2, 3, then the enemy 新人好了没有？可以开枪了吗？可以开。No way, right? 不可能，对吗？ So the only things Wilfred has to write and let the imagination to run wild, to bring out the brutality of war. Another way is to draw. There's a famous artist who draw about World War I. Then later when World War II, they got this video camera, then got these photographers and video cam to follow to the front line. Most of the cameras, photographers will definitely kill in the war zone. The one I can remember is damn well is during the Vietnam War. That one, I tell you, is really, they really take the camera and go and really show and someone is colored photo. Wow, it's more vivid.
What?
No, seriously.
Why?
You see, because Uncle Raymond's from young, I love war pictures and war history. it's because to thank to my grandfather who came all the way from China and share with me the Opium War and the Cultural Revolution War and all these things. So I have a very strong impact. And when I was young, I always follow him to the temple and listen to old folks about this type of thing. So it kind of mesmerized and start to enjoy learning about history of war. And my stepfather was actually served in the British and even literally see a Japanese cutting down the head of the babies and children. Can you imagine how brutality it is? Very sad. Okay, so here comes, you should compare this poem with other poems of the same themes. Sadness and loss, the falling leaf, come on, come back, effects of conflict, poppies and helpless. Okay, Belfast Confetti. Belfast Confetti, if I'm not mistaken, is between the conflict between the Northern Ireland of the Catholic and the Protestant, it's the Bloody Sunday. Okay, it's in 1981, 82, 83, the period. So when you say that, you see, I need to drink some water first. Hold on. Look here. Where is it? Yeah, it says here, it says, destroy so easily. This is the one. To break earth state at all. Was it for this the clay grew tall? See, you really have to figure out, hey, hello, excuse me, what do you mean by clays? What do you mean by the seeds of this waking up? What do you mean by the chief? So all these have their own meanings. So the profile, and you don't forget, this guy is a British guy. So the English must be correct. It's 100% authentic. It's not the American English. So whatever you write is really the way he's singing the song of the real war. It's like bring you to the war front to witness the entire war scene, the arena, saying that how bad it is because it's so fragile. Because have you heard of this? Ashes to ashes. What is the next word?
Dust to dust.
Thank you, sir.
I love that quote.
Xing Chen. Sorry, yes, Han-Ling.
No, nothing. I just forgot to unmute my mic.
Xing Chen, this is where we learn here, Xing Chen. Proverbs. Now you understand? This is very important, okay?
Oh yeah, where do we submit the war poem? I can't find
Never mind. Let's read now. Let me have a break now. Okay, Tian-Yu, are you okay to read to the first paragraph? What are the negative and positive effect of war? Let's go.
Okay. What are the negative and so contrary to the common belief that war has only negative effects, it also has some positive impacts. However, whereas the negative effects of war are the same regardless of the place of war, the positive effects may vary depending on where the war occurs. The most common negative impacts of war includes loss of human lives, economic losses due to the destruction and capital as well as distribution of trade, human suffering, disruption of trade, human suffering, the spread of diseases, displacement of people, and destruction of environment, among others.
Thank you so much, children. Whatever you are doing now, you want to play with your handphone or you want to play with your chess. One of my students always like to play chess. Han-Ling, that is Xing Chen.
Whoa, chess, let's go on. I'm actually pretty
Okay.
bad at chess.
That day when you was playing chess, I say, hey, who give you the account? My cousin in US. Whoa, cool, right? All right. So anyway, I want you to pay attention to this part here. Look about the human sufferings, the disruption of trade, all these. Okay, later I will use it in my presentation later. Please pay attention to all these disease, human suffering, traits, destruction and environments, capital, human life. Okay, take note. Thank you so much. I would like Han-Ling to read up to here. Let's go.
On the other hand, war can also impact the economy positively in the short term, as during the Great Depression during the 1930s in the United States. The war mobilization efforts and military spending stirred capacity utilization and reduced unemployment through increased army conscription. Technological advancements are also a positive impact of war. The railroad networks of the Europeans, for instance, that had a significant military strategic input in terms of countering enemy attacks, also help the civilians.
When when Albert Einstein discovered atomic bomb and the equations for atomic bomb, he foresee that people will use this kind of formulas for future warfare. True enough, today we can see that I already told you find we have been communicating in WhatsApp. I think all of you may not agree with me, but whatever it is, the war with Russia and Ukraine might take less than 6 months to end up the war, because the way the war fight these days is different from the past. A push of a button is enough to destroy the whole entire country. And not only that, the warfare that they should look at the Ukraine for 2 weeks. I've seen the Iraq and Kuwait war in 1991 when I was still serving my national service in the army. And the way they use the stealth fighter and the Tomahawk and the Apache's guided missile. Now the warfare is even much advanced, and things like using GPS guided missile or whatever, so very precise aiming. So it's a very swift and a very immediate war to decide it. So I hope the war will end soon for Ukraine. Even though I support it, but I think it should end soon to end the suffering. Thank you so much. Back to you, Yu Fan, your turn. You'll be reading all the way to 3 pages. Thank you.
The GPS system, which was specifically developed to enhance navigation by US military during the 1990s, has found great use among the civilians to date. The First World War helped establish machinery that would help maintain world peace. The League of Nations.
The League of Nations. Okay, the League of Nations is now, we call it, it's called it the United Nations now, okay?
The League of Nations was found after World War I as a platform to settle disputes peacefully, and even though it has been criticized for failing to avoid World War II, it set precedents for the formation of the United Nations. Some wars have also led to the end of despotic leadership in various countries across the world, such as the Libyan Civil War that led to the ousting of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011. In conclusion, even though war has negative effects, it also has some notable positive impacts.
Okay, the reason I asked you to read this is an essay written by a higher level. That means an A level and above, or even an IB, okay, or in this. So let me see, what do we have here? Any more? For Yu Fan to read now? Yeah, Yu Fan, a lot, no, enough already. Okay, now I stop here first. Listen, this is the one here, all these, the positive and negative. Now you have to understand this, very important, that the war effects bring peaceful because you get rid of bad people. War started because there are some bad governments, so we have to wage a war against the corrupted government. All right, are you ready? Sorry, I want to end this war topics by today. So the war point, when we have time, we'll do it. I
still don't know what to submit it.
Now, take note of this. All of you, whether, sorry, maybe for your level may not start argumentative, but for sure, I've been teaching so many IP students. Definitely one in your lifetime, you will sure in Set 2, Set 3, Set 4, your A level will do argumentative. Argumentative among all the essays is the most top-notch brainer. It's where in the real world that we do it. So Uncle Raymond's just came out, as you see, copyright. So it took me, as usual, I say, always I come and think of ideas in the toilet. Seriously, 我的灵感是从厕所来的. So first of all, define with an extra E. Ready? Pay attention, Edward and Yishu and Esther, Xingren, Yufan, Tianyu, Hanling, and Yibo. Pay attention, because this is definitely going to help you in your future writings argumentative essay. I know I've given you a few ideas. I know I have a few formulas for writing argumentative essay. It is my job to give you all the different tools to attack your essay. Fair enough, right? Correct or not? You pay for it. I'm training a leaders, ma. Okay. So first, we use the war topic. We use the war topic? Okay. Can you pay attention? Please, don't play your game. Just kidding. Definition of war. So it can be anything. It can be definition of war, definition, for example, about cloning, definition about technology, definitions about smoking, definition about fashion, definition of do you agree that students should wear uniform to school? Okay, something like that. So then you have the definition of war. Then explain the reason of war. When you explain, you must have the feeling of war. This one confirmed very helpful in your history, especially the League of Nations, all these things, you know, right? By the way, the League of Nations will sure come out in your test one, 100%. They will ask you the success and the failure. In your textbook, there are about 10 different scenarios.
Wait, what's that?
League of Nations is the, now we call the United Nations.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So it's a compulsory topics in Set 3 history. Okay, so confirm way through the hall. If the test don't come out, you will come out in. You know what I pause on, Xingren? I don't know about you. I cannot take it when the minister say next year no more mid-year exam.
Yeah, I saw that.
Legit.
Yeah, legit. So happy, right?
Yeah.
Say Yufan, I'm not happy.
Bro,
I'm not happy.
you know that basically means that our end of years have like 55%.
No, but because you got a lot of weightage
We
assessment. You got a lot of weightage assessment. Good and bad, okay? But I still think mid-years must come in. All right. And then next 2 years later, there will be no segregation of express or NA or NT, which I agree with this one, okay? But the IP and IB will still segregate. Okay, so feeling of war. So how you feel after all this explanation of war? Do you feel positive and negative? Remember just now the few of your classmates was reading this? Okay, so feeling, then you must give example. Which war things that is rightfully feel good to have? Which war that rightfully don't feel good? It's so sad. Now, identify the war is for the pros and cons. You identify why you think it's good, why you think it's not. Same thing. For example, do you agree mommy should go out to work than taking care of babies? This is another argument. Or your way, or do you agree that girls, the 2 girls, you all must go national service? Agree or not agree? Esther, Yufan, 你等下你 end of the Zoom 你去姨婆的家打他头。他说你们要做 NS， 等下你去他家打他头。你把那个你 kidnap 他的2只 bird 回来。Okay, kidnap the bird.
Hurry for dinner, let's go.
Okay, guys, listen. Xingren, you Edward, all you listen. Take note of this word. You are a high-level student. They will ask you, what is your notion? Do you know what is the meaning of notion, Xingren? No, I also don't know. Anyhow put one. Honey, you know what is notion?
I think it's like,
because it makes sense, so I cannot put nonsense, right? So I put notion.
I know it's like it revolves. Yeah, it's basically that like the description is there, but like what I knew about it before is like an idea of what something is.
You see, this thing, right? You see this Hanling, very rude, argue with me, very rude, right? Is this the right way to do to me? Is this the right way to do to me? Well, Hanling, later go Tianyu there, take a pie and smash on his face.
I will.
Look at Yibo agree, right? Xingren.
Yeah.
You are supposed to whack me and torture me. This is like a martial art.
It kind of sounds like some fetish.
If you cannot win me, how are you going to face the world? Xingren, correct? You will get bullied. Can you imagine, Xingren, people say, hey, Xingren, you're from RI, you're from Harvard, and you can't even know what's the meaning of notion. I don't know how you get your degree. You feel very, feel like punching that guy, right? True now. So sorry, the world is always cruel one. I'm telling you, because I've been working outside world for 18 years, and I'm still working now. Even I'm a teacher, the world is never nice to you. Only your parents will be always nice for the rest of their life. That is why you must respect your parents by all means. You don't respect me, fine. I have a student in school, F me many times with the F word, Xingren. Seriously, you know. And as a disciplined teacher,
Oh, that's
I will
also
send him,
wrong.
I will send him to detention, right, Xingren? But I didn't know.
Sure,
I
that
still
sounds so
respect
wrong.
him. You know why? Because that boy nearly commit suicide. So sometimes when you look at the pictures, must look at two sides of the coin. 对吗, Xingren?
Sure, but the
做
way
人要
you
看两面，不是看一面，对吗？
sure,
Yes,
but the way you phrase the sentence make it sound a bit wrong.
it's true. He really asked me. He really said the F word in front of me, and he was late in school. I was catching this latecomer. And my counselor was standing beside me. Mr. Xiong, are you going to do something to him? I said, no. I even walked to him, say, please hand in your homework. And guess what, Xingren? That boy now is in Thailand. He's adult already. He's enjoying his life. He's good. Please. No matter how bad a student is, Xingren, when I see my student coming, take the effort to come to school, I would definitely respect the student. You want me to kneel down and kiss his feet? I will kiss his feet. You know why? I'm serious. You know why? Because they respect their parents to come to school. They know that by coming to school, they are receiving an education so that they want to make their life better and take care of their parents. 对吗, Yufan? 对不对? It's okay. 我不入地狱谁入地狱? So first of all, the notions, later I explain to you, and the ending, your conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain. Sorry, Ipo, can you read? I'm coughing again.
The definition of a notion is an idea, belief, or big knowledge of something. An example of a notion is when you have an idea of what acceptable behavior is. An example of a notion is when you remember hearing about a particular fact, an opinion, view, or belief. That is his notion, not mine. Concept or idea. His notion of democracy, a fanciful or foolish idea.
So you see, last week we talked about my notion against Russia going to Ukraine war, and Yufan also agree. Some of you don't agree. Some of you say stand neutral. So that is your notion. Meaning 你的看法、你的抉择、你的说法、你的辩论、你的构思的概念，对吗？仪式我讲的对吗？仪式，你不见了？
没有，有
对吗？
点累，
我讲的对吗？
没听清楚，不好意思。
外面的 notion 就是你的构思、你的概念、你的说法、你的辩论、你的语气 ，how you feel. So definition of notion. Okay, since you are there, Ishu, can you read to the class, please? The definition of notion again.
What does the word mean? Notion. Definition of notion. An individual's conception or impression of something known, experienced, or imagined. They had different notions of right and wrong. An individual's general concept arrive at. Pardon?
An inclusive general concept.
An inclusive general concept arriving at the notion of law.
Irving Babbitt. Not rabbit, it's Babbitt. Don't disturb people's
Irving
name.
Babbitt.
A theory?
How do you pronounce again?
Never mind, just ignore this. It's pronounced Babbitt. A theory of
or belief held by a person or group, the notion of origin.
Take note, all of you. Okay, thanks. Hold on, Issue, take note. Xingren and Edward, all of you take note. Your theory and your belief about war. Excuse me, I don't treat you as a set 1, set 2, set 3, or set 4 student. I treat you as an adult, as a self-directed, a leader, a university thinking. What is the notions? That means, what do you feel? What is your concept? What is your idea? What is your belief? What is your theory? Okay, different. It's not like, hey, what do you think? You see, what do you think and what is the notion? Different. Okay. Carry on, my dear. Isha. Isha.
I forgot I mixed myself. A general understanding.
Wait,
Hold on.
wait.
Hold on. God, like a general understanding, vague or imperfect concept or idea of something. A notion of how something should be done.
You see, hold on. You see the notion that means I am not really sure whether this war from Russia and Ukraine should be carried out like that, or should they have to really sit down and negotiate and come to an agreement, or really they have to whack the war, or it should be the other way to whack Russia. Okay, carry on.
An opinion, view, or belief. That's his notion, not mine. Conception or idea. His notion of democracy. A faithful or foolish idea. A fanciful or foolish idea. Whim. She had a notion to swim in the winter.
Carry on, last part. So another meaning of notions. Carry on. Talk about this one here.
Prevent. Sorry, it's not like I did know here.
The one highlighted.
Okay. Notion, small article as buttons, thread, ribbon, and other personal items, especially such items displayed together for sale, as in a department store.
So you have to understand there's another meaning of notion. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now pay attention. I'm going to use define with an extra E to talk about, do you think war is justifiable? This is an A-level questions, right? Remember last week I shared with you, the A-level of IP questions. Definitions of war. Ready? Xingren, can you read to the class? So everyone have a chance to read one alphabet. So Xingren, Xingren, can you read definition of war, please? Here.
There are different types of war. War will start
When, sorry, my typo error.
when two or more parties do not agree to the terms and conditions, as well as the regulations stated in the agreement or contract. As a result, people will wage or start a war as they cannot see eye to eye and having a strong sense of hatred and grievances.
This is my definitions of war. What is your definition of war? Now, this is your homework, okay? Please, my set 3 and 4 must do it because some of them are my history students, social studies students. Set 3, if you don't want to do this question, good luck to you. Confirm you may come up in either social study or history. It's good to have your own definition. Now, this moment, 8:59, 10th of March, everything must have a definition. What is the definition of poverty? What is the definition of education? Ladies and gentlemen, let Han Ling explain what is the meaning of war. Back to you, sir.
Why war? An economic crisis is one of the reasons why countries go to war. War is an intense armed conflict between states, governments, societies, or parliamentary groups, such as mercenaries, insurgents, and militias. How do you pronounce that? It is generally characterized by extreme violence, aggression, destruction, and mortality, using regular or irregular military forces.
So this explains my definition of war is that when people cannot see eye to eye, therefore they start to wage a war. That's why countries, since I cannot agree with you, you cannot agree with me, therefore we go to war and solve a major crisis, a major problem. This explains why war created after my definitions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how would you feel if such a things carry out with all these things? So what is your feelings? We ask Tian Yu to explain. Edward, you're ready for example later, okay? Feeling, Tian Yu.
Explain. Okay.
Feeling.
War create crisis to economic stability, chaos in the social fabric, calamity resulting in diseases, casualty in hardship, confusion in political turmoil to a country and society, as well as geopolitical jeopardize the country's security. Therefore, leader, soldiers, civilians, and innocent people will feel that war is threatening, torturing, tormenting them in the tough times. The T effect.
Yes, you please write down. For history students, definitely if you're using all these C's, your teacher will love it. You will find that you are so amazed. Because of this C effect, it caused the T effect. Because of crisis in economic stability, people got no money, unemployment. That's why they go to war. A hungry man is an angry man. So they decided to go in because out of 7 deadly sins, which is jealousy and envy. And because of the crisis in economic stability, there will be chaos in social fabric. Take, for example, the Jews in Germany. The Jews was the one who took all the jobs from Germans. As a result, the Germans, when Hitler came to power, they decided to Holocaust and kill all the entire Jews, as many as they can. Calamity is 灾难. Because of a lot of dead bodies and people cannot dispose properly and there's no food and famine, you create diseases like rabies or malaria or some diseases. Now, casualty in hardship is that 那个人不会死还更惨了，死掉还不用紧。Meaning that if the person got injured, 断手断脚handicap, how are they going through the war after the war? Are they able to survive? Will the government take care of their well-being when the war ended? If you are in the winning side, okay, the government can pay compensation to you. What happened if you are on the losing side? The government have to really pay the full they really have to pay the compensation, right? Remember, before, right? The 6,600 right, pounds. Hey, please, don't write 6,600 euro. I got one student write euros. At that time, euros is not ready yet. So the whole entire essay failed. Next. Huh?
I feel so bad for the guy.
What's that?
I feel so bad for the guy.
Yeah, it's euro. Come on, I say it's pounds, it's not euro. Now, next, confusions. Of course, when Hitler died, what happened? So there's no hate in the leadership, right?
People celebrated.
Then what happened? Russia took opportunity to create the East Berlin and the West Berlin, the communist country. So you see, and that's what happened, threatening, torturing. Makes sense, right? People feel that, wow, basketball, this leader sucks, man. Make my life so miserable. That's what happened to World War I, right? Equal, correct now. The Treaty of Versailles. Agree? The Treaty of Versailles, right? Now, example. Edward. Okay, wait. When Edward finish, I want everyone to send in the chat group and tell me which war do you think is the most serious? Let's go.
War, terrorist war, proxy war, trade war, Three Kingdoms, India and Pakistan War, American Civil War, Viking War, and Crusade War.
Okay, Opium War, Cold War, Civil War, okay Edward, I ask you first, 你觉得哪一个 war 是最惨的、最 worst 的 or which one do you think is your favorite war?
World War I and II.
Okay, fine. Okay. Ipo? Proxy war. Okay. Proxy war means when you choose proxy war means the North and South Korea one. I'll take it.
Yeah, because like a conflict between two countries is even harder to solve that. A conflict within the country is even harder to solve than a conflict within two countries.
You see, you're using your feeling now.
Yeah, like for example, you take the
Well
one in China, you take the one in Vietnam, you just get a lot of disunity. Like that war within a country itself creates opportunities for even more wars.
Okay.
That's how World War II in Asia started.
Okay, fair enough. I agree. Esther?
I think World War I and II.
Wait. World War I. Xingren, I give you my answer. Please do not tell the rest. To be fair, if not, they say I play cheat. Okay, I'm sending you my answer, so keep quiet. My favorite war is this one. Okay, you saw my chat, right? Okay, so first of all, Esther, you say World War I and II, right? Okay, Isha?
Probably trade war or opium war. Yeah.
Trade war or what? Opium, okay. Yifan?
World War I and II.
Thank you. Yibo, choose already, huh? Cold War, right? Yibo is just
Cold War.
Can you?
Probably World War II.
How about Xingren? Which one you choose?
World War II.
What is my answer?
Three Kingdoms.
三国演义 I find this is the war that is the master of the art of war. Do you know that?
What art of war when you can have nuclear bomb?
Oh, my goodness. Why I choose three kingdoms, the romance of three kingdoms, which is the 三国演义 三国志 Because this one is setting the pace of the war, how they fight, the strategy, the negotiations, the plan, the attack, everything. That is why some of the war copy from there, in my opinion. If you study the whole entire war history, even you can talk about Julius Caesar's war, the Alexander War, Chen Qi Han, the Genghis Khan War, the Napoleon War, you name it, all kinds of war, or even the Crusade War is between the Muslim and the Christian. This is the longest war, which lasts about a few hundred years because of in the 11th century to the 13th century, if I'm not wrong, and a lot of people die. Seriously, it's between the Christian and the Muslim. The Viking War, you know, okay, no need to say. So American Civil War is the British and the people who broke away from the British Empire and set their own Americans, the 50 states of stars and the blue and red stripe, right? White or blue, is it white or blue? Can't remember. Sorry, what color? The US white,
red and blue.
Red and white, right? Yeah. So I find Three Kingdoms is a very good example of a war, the art of war and the strategy of war. So now you identify Esther?
It is due to political, economical, and social, as well as religion and race reasons. Pros: get rid of dictator and corrupted government, and terrorists and bully or drug lords and drug traffickers. Cons: destroy historical sites, destroy humanities, destroy the country economy, peace and prosperity, as well as relationship
and kinship. When Esther was reading this, it reminded me of one of the movie by Liu Dehua, and the movie is called 冷战, fighting against the drugs traffickers and drug dictators, drug lords, drugs lords. And this is something, war itself doesn't mean must be the army fighting. It can be fight against, like the police fighting against a war against drugs and terrorists. Okay, or a war against gangsterism. In the 1950s and 60s, Singapore has a lot of gangster. And this gangster is the one who dominates. If you watch 那个雷探长 那个罗列探长 the Hong Kong's movie about the corruptions, the corrupted police officer in the 50s and 60s, you'll know why. And these are the people who really go through the ICAC, right? 廉政公署 to fight against corrupted officer. So war itself is not necessarily must be two army fighting with countries. So the war itself must be big. Okay, Xingren. Okay. So we are actually coming here is also to help you in your other paper like comprehension passage and your reflections essay writing. Last but not least, okay, Yu Fan, 你可以读这个吗? Notion.
What is your stand? Yes, agree war is justified. Or no, I do not agree war is justifiable.
So your notion, that means you talk about your pros and cons already, correct now? So then you have to make a stand. Okay, Siren, in IP, do not give 2 pros and 1 cons. Even your teachers tells you to do that, okay? Always must give 3 versus 1. Okay, write down somewhere. Why? Very simple. In Chinese, we heard that 举一反三, right? Think twice. So I always encourage students to write down for all the express and IB students here. I don't care which level you are. My advice is always give 3 against 1. Never give 2 against 1. Okay, if you want to give 2, 4, 2, and then you give 3 against. 3 against 2, 4. Okay, when you go to set 4, maybe you have to write more paragraph. Yes, especially your A level. Okay, so for now, at this level, give 3, 4, and 1 against, or 3 against and 1, 4. Don't write 2. Okay, you have to start training, but my teacher say 2 leh. Why, Uncle Raymond, why you so funny one? Sorry, Siren, I don't prepare you for set 1. 先苦后甜. True or not, Ipo, right? Ipo, ending.
Oh, so you want me to read?
No lah. I ask you to use eye power to read.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it's too powerful. Oh no, I can't stand it. Oh no.
Stop it, come on, let's go.
In my opinion, I believe, therefore I strongly think that thus in conclusion, what is good or bad is due to the fact that agenda is to, or the purpose is.
So in conclusion, okay, thank you for the ... So in conclusions, you have to finally you decide to make your notion. I agree, war is justified. Then you have to explain. Just like Siren, imagine next time, Siren, you there? Siren, next time your son asks you, your son is only 10 years old. So your son asks you, Daddy, I want $2 for tomorrow breakfast for school. Okay, you're giving $2. Then 1 week later, Daddy, I want $200 for breakfast. 你跟他讲你吃鲍鱼你吃佛跳墙。Siren, will you give the 200
even
to your
for
son?
跳墙 not that expensive. Is he eat 满汉全席 10 满汉全席.
Okay. Siren, will you give the $200 to your son? No, right?
No.
But he said, Daddy, I need the $200. He's lying, definitely. But are you going to scold him?
I mean,
Yes, 讲。我很喜欢他讲话的。走麦啊，Siren，我的书生要讲话了，来。Siren，issue。
I mean, I will give only if he give a reason. Like whatever reason, as long as he don't like, I will give.
Wow. So 他说因为 Daddy 明天我要拿200块去泡妞。因为我看到前面的女孩看过来，我对面那个class上的女孩子很漂亮。
相宇，no 于是 what if he want to use the money to buy guns or drugs?
Oh my God, Nerf gun.
Cannot gun. Give me one more. Give me one. Buy me one.
Buy gun.
Gun, buy me one.
But Siren and Yishu, 你讲的非常对 ，very good. You are a good father, Yishu. What happened, Siren? Daddy, actually I lied to you because recently one of my classmates, the father killed in a car accident, the mother got cancer, and all of us want to donate some money to them. But all my classmates, their parents also got problems. Some of their parents are retrenched. But Daddy, you are the CEO of Alibaba, so I think $200 is nothing to you. Wow, Siren, 难道你这个臭儿子讲骗话，我打你？No right, Siren, 对吗？Will you donate? Will you give to him?
Yeah.
You don't give to him. Sorry, Siren, what you want to say?
I mean, I will give it to him if that's all true.
Yeah, it's true. Confirm. You call the school, you check everything already. In fact, you receive a WhatsApp saying that one of your son's classmate father like that. Already received the information. You already know.
If I was like the CEO of Alibaba, I would give like 100 times of what he originally asked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Siren, you want to use this one. You see, now you understand you're using define to check on your son. You already know the answer already. So you see, I'm using the real example now. It's no point you can score A1 in writing this essay, but you do not know define in the real life, my dear. So you give the definition, he give you the definition. Now it's your feeling. Now it's your notion. Why is it so? Because you already got example, you got evidence to prove that these students, the father is really a catastrophe and a lot of very sad ending. So you know your son is a heart of gold. He always like to help others, but he dare not to say in that way. So you have to sit down and use the define to talk to your son. First, you have to define why you need this $200. Can you explain this $200 what purpose? Okay, what you feel by taking this $200 to help this poor classmate of yours? So do you think it's good that just to give him money, the pros and cons of $200? Do you think? And then you realize the mother got a gambler's uncle who took the money, correct now? So since Xing you got maybe a very famous doctor, a friend who is able to cure cancer, maybe by your generations, cancer may be one of the things that can be cured. So you introduce a very kind doctors to cure rather than give money to him. True or not, Xing? You see, that is where the pros and cons come in. Okay, understand now? The purpose of writing an essay using define or any acronyms is to help you to the 3M, to train you to be more matured and able to manage and motivate you to convince the person who read your essay, give you more marks, not because you are writing bombastic or vocabulary. It's because you can convince me, you can connect all your ideas, you can have a creative ideas, you stay calm to explain, to express, to impress me. Therefore, I give you marks. Get it now? But unfortunately, I'm so sorry. I have to say until today, not many of students can do that seriously. And I'm very admire Han-Ling and Tian Yu. Next tomorrow, I got these students. I think she is a girl. She can do it very well. You know who is that?
Who?
I really say she. What?
Yeah, who?
You guess who is that?
There are like 7.
And then guess one of them lah.
Since we just learned probability in class, let me just go on random numbers.
I already give the answer to Xing Ren already.
Help!
Start with G.
国人.
Yes. You see, very fast, huh? Yes. You can ask him. Okay, she's from RGS anyway. It's not about RGS, it's not about RI, it's not about
is it a she or a him? You've been calling both.
Warren, it's his girl. You ask Han-Ling.
Then you why then why you call him?
Oh, sorry. I got problem with okay. It's a she, sorry.
First tongue is in the square lash.
So Xing, it's not about which school you come from. Okay? But it is very important because I never believe every school is a good school. I believe every school is unique. And I totally respect people who go for this kind of prestigious school, that is renowned school, because you work hard, you work the shit out of your ass to come to this school. So seriously, I talk like that. So sorry. I'm a very blunt teacher. Okay, I go straight to your face, to everyone. But because you work hard for it, therefore you deserve the credits. But then again, don't take this credit lightly. You have to work even more harder because you are in a pool of competitor sharks. Have you watched this thing called Shark Tanks? You go and watch these Shark Tanks. It's about how people pitch their business to this group of investors. Okay, very interesting. Shark Tanks in YouTube. Then they will show you, oh, I invented this Harry Potter one. I can turn the music, I can turn this and turn that. I need an investor of £200, £200,000 in my company. So this is where they call define your notions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this define is actually not part of my today's lesson plan, but I think it's necessary to share with you now immediately because it is, I think it's important. So sorry to change a bit of today's lesson. Hopefully this one will help you. I hope I already fine-tuned a few times already. So this is my 3rd or 4th time, I can't remember. So hope that this define with an extra E will help you in your argumentative essay, expository, and narrative or descriptive or discursive essay. Definitely will help you. With this formula, I think you can use it very well. Of course, I got another type of formula, Yibo and Yishu. Yishu, are you there? I got another formula in social study. It's called taxi. And okay, these are the two that is used for social study and history. Okay, but of course you can use English now, all right? So thank you for this one. Now I want you to spend some time in your group if you can. Okay, so we've done this. Okay, I'm going to ask you to go to the breakout rooms to share about your only 2 groups only. Yeah.
I didn't write the question down. Now I regret it.
No, just write a war poem.
I'm already done.
You done already? Yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay, you share with your
week.
class. You share with your class to see whether they like it or not. Okay.
Oh, all right.
Wait. Sorry. Wait, I'm trying to figure out who should go where.
Me and Han Ling.
No, I want to split the 2 of you. Okay, let's go to a group now. Everyone, thank you. You should go to a group. You should go to room 2. You should. Come in. Okay, I hope you all have come up something about the war poem. Okay.
Oh, we haven't.
We haven't even finished.
Okay, the 8 of you ready?
No,
Why no?
no finish.
I mean, mine is done, but I didn't do it today. I did it like.
Okay, show to the class now. Share screen.
I'm just gonna put it in chat, cause.
No, share screen now. Why you type here? That's all. So short. So short. Wow.
Wait, yeah, wait, is it?
Is this only from you or from the group?
It's from me. It's mine.
Okay, so you can put your name there and submit to me. Okay, I'll copy. I cannot copy it. Okay, never mind. Where's my share screen? Not share screen. Okay, read to the class now.
Wait, what? Whoa, I wasn't warned about this.
Let's go.
Oh,
So the title is Story of a Crew Angel, is it?
yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Then you must highlight the title. A gunshot fills the sky. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, carry on.
Gunshot fills sky. The commander sings out his battle cry. The graves of the soldiers so badly done. The story of evil has just begun. Tanks and artillery roll down the road. Buildings and apartments explode. The generals sit in their office unfazed, despite the damage their enemy blazed. Finally, the soldiers lay down their guns. The damage of war cannot be undone. Life and death are all intertwined. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Wow. And all this will always keep me into my mind. The bad memories will still stay behind. Well said, man.
Let me just go write that down.
Hey, copy mine. Okay, but you just do the send to Google Classroom. I'm going to put inside the war poem. To put it here for my student to take a look. Save it. Okay, next, which
Wait, what? I wasn't warned about that either.
too bad. You know how I do things, right? So don't worry. It's always an impromptu. Next, team A, which is Han Ling, Esther, Edward, and Xingren. Okay. You guys have to continue to work in the team. If possible, exchange your WhatsApp, your email. Have to present to me. Okay. Next week. This is a compulsory. I repeat, it's not optional. It's compulsory because I'm going to take it as a competitions among different levels. And all of the points, the top points, I will get the student to vote. At the same time, I'll get people to some of my friends or teachers or ex-teachers to take a look. Okay. Esther, thank you so much for the groups. Then next, Tian Yu, Yibo, Yifan, and Yishu. Can you share screen? What have you done so far? Whatever you have, don't worry, come.
Alright.
Let's go.
Alright, so this is what we have.
Okay, Yibo, read to the class, please.
Wait, actually, I opened my mic. Oh, my mic was open the whole time.
You
War
wanna,
make people die. War make people dying. War stop people buying. War make people suffer, and no one's wages is, and nobody's wage is rising. War make children suffer. Wars hurt all the toddlers. War is an endless trench dragging people into infinite darkness. Fire after the grey, endless grey across the no man land where all shall perish. Here storms are not of water, but of steel and blood and shredded flesh.
Well
That
done.
sounds like a rat.
Well done. Good.
So you heard of rat?
Yeah, it's going to rap. Well done. Good. You see, okay, Ken, Anshe. I need to copy down this one. Tian Yu, later you type it and send to my WhatsApp, okay? You got my WhatsApp, right, Tian Yu?
No.
Han Ling, ask from Han Ling.
I
Only have a.
I
Hey, honey,
didn't
also don't have
save his number in contact, so I don't know where it went.
Okay, that's my
I
handphone.
forgot. I need to go grab it.
That's my handphone, okay? So, Xingren, if you want to continue and you can ask me anything for schoolwork, anything, anytime you can WhatsApp me. I'm always 24/7. But Xingren, if you WhatsApp me math, if I don't reply you in 1 hour, you have to call 995 already. Yeah. Then after that, 1 week later, then it become ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I hate math. Okay, don't ask me about math. You ask me about history, geography, English, literature, I will definitely help you. You ask me about math, you're asking the wrong person. Okay, I don't like math. Okay, I never believe what Siren got 10 apples, give Tian Yu 2 apples, and 8 apples divided from Edward and Esther. How many apples do you have? All these kind of math. Sorry, I don't believe. Anyway, thank you so much. You see, within 10 minutes, you guys can come up together. Siren, last month we are talking about teamwork, and this is what I mean by teamwork. I want to use the lesson in real life, not in your school like RI or whatever, Nanhua, Nanqiao, or Bedok Green. Yeah, Tian Yu, you're from Bedok Green or Bedok View?
Green.
Okay, I know one of my friends went to Bedok View today for some motivation talk by Adam School. So I'm not sure they are going to your school or not. So he's a very fun guy. I'm not sure your school engaged him. But anyway,
because my teacher never said anything about motivation talk.
oh, okay. So he's a very nice guy. He's a DJ also, actually. He's a DJ. So yes, so this is something that beside like the teamwork, I don't want to see next lesson keep quiet and type in Zoom chat. I don't like. I want you to talk like Tian Yu like that, very talkative. This is what I want to see. And Han Ling also. No, seriously. Okay. Those of you who are a higher level learning like Yishu and Yibo, please. Okay, you need to communicate. Okay, Siren, way of coming to creative writings it's not just about writing. You need to talk, to impress, to express, so that you will not depress and stress. Okay, and I don't like to use the word I try and you make me cry. Do your best. Can anyone follow my rhyme? Esther, do your best. Do your best with all the zest. Beat the test to win the rest from east to west and be top of the crest.
Yes.
Okay, so coming creative writing is not about writing essay, but also in all kinds, like can be poem, can be asking you to write a song. And by the way, in 2 months' time, I want you to prepare. Han Ling, remind me, in 2 months' time is the most important day in your life.
Yes.
All of you. In 2 months' time, Esther, seriously. Only for Esther and Yufan, in future, this day is definitely important to you. When you have children, what is that day?
International.
Oh gosh, they bore you.
National Female.
Oh, seriously, okay, this is how my student talk. Mother's Day.
Yo.
Agree now, Siren? Have you ever write a very touching poem to your mom?
No.
This is the time.
I should do it.
No, no, you should. Can I use the word you ought to do it?
Yeah, I will do it.
Agree now, Esther? I think if your son were to write a nice poem to you, and one day he become a lawyer or doctor, when you mesmerize the day when your son 10 years old wrote this Mother's Day, I tell you, you'll be tears of joy. is priceless gift. A Mother's Day or Father's Day, agree, Edward? Even your son next time give you a Father's Day, Edward, as a card now, it's more valuable than buying you a Rolex watch or anything, right? Because God give you this beautiful child to you, and he knows and she knows appreciate you. That is the purpose of coming here to learn things. It's not about A1 to start to write good essay. Please, sorry, wrong class. It's about A1 in what? Are you ready?
A1 in love.
Okay, let's test out. In A1 it is Siren. Anyone can tell me before I end my class, what is ABC?
Attitude.
Very good.
B is probably like
Baby.
yeah.
Let me think. E.
Ifan. Edward, what do you think, Edward? B stand for what? Mr. Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic, very fantastic.
Anyone? B stand for what?
I actually don't know.
Yippee. Yippee.
Esther, don't tell them. B stand for behavior, don't tell them.
Oh.
They never
Yeah,
learn.
we
I mute them
definitely
already.
cannot have.
I mute their ear. So I did not
Sure.
mute. Esther, don't tell them. B stand for behavior. Don't tell them.
Sure. I just saw something. I think B stands for behavior.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Wow, so clever.
Insane.
Okay, so smart. Then you type the word behavior.
Huh? All right.
Behavior. Then what you think C stand for?
Choices.
A basketball, you.
Huh?
Esther, don't tell them. C stand for cute.
Oh my god, no way. Oh. No way, I didn't know that show. Oh my god.
The last character, Siren, the last character is stand for R. Inside got H. Don't say.
Characteristic.
I say don't
Don't
say
say.
already.
Huh?
I say don't say the answer. Okay, Siren, you must have ABC. You must have good attitude, behavior, and characters. Coming to my class, not just this class, any of my class, I want ABC. True not? You must have, once you have, you see the word attitude, if you add up all the alphabet is equal to 100. You don't believe, you see, A is number 1, right? T is 20. So 1 plus 20 plus 20 plus 15 plus 20 plus 21 plus 5 plus 4. I think something like that. You add up all this word attitude, it becomes 100. You know, A is number 1, Z is number 26, correct? No? 26 alphabet, right? So T is, I think, position in number 20. So you add up all these A, T, T, I, T, U, L, E is equal to 100. So attitude must be 100%. You don't believe, you go and add out this word. And if you know, please don't share with your friends. All right. So thank you so much for today's very enjoyable lessons.